English Story B1 At the Dentist. Hannah had been awake all night. She was struggling to sleep because she had a terrible toothache. The pain was coming from her wisdom teeth. These are the teeth that you get as a teenager. They are the final set of molars. Hannah's never had problems with her teeth until the last few weeks. Now her gums were sensitive and her jaw ached from the pressure her wisdom teeth were causing. She heard that pain from wisdom teeth can come and go, but it had been 2 weeks now, and they were still really hurting her. She knew a lot of her friends had the same problem. Some of them had chosen to have their wisdom teeth extracted. But Hannah didn't want to have hers taken out. She knew it would be painful, and she was scared of the dentist. Hannah always took good care of her teeth. She brushed them every morning and night, and she tried to remember to floss them every day. She only had 2 fillings. She got them when she was a child. She also had braces as a teenager. Now her teeth are perfectly straight. However, now her wisdom teeth have started to push their way out. She feels like her teeth are not as straight anymore. There doesn't seem to be enough room in her mouth. She had to do something about it. She couldn't carry on being in so much pain, especially when she had important exams coming up. She needed sleep and didn't want any distractions. After another terrible night's sleep, she called the dentist and booked an appointment for the following day. Enough was enough. Paracetamol and salt water were no longer helping. She needed a professional to treat her. Her appointment was at 11 a.m. and she arrived in plenty of time. The receptionist checked her in and asked her to take a seat in the waiting room. She was the only person there, and she was starting to feel nervous. After a few minutes, the dental nurse came and asked Hannah to follow her to the treatment room. There, she was greeted by her dentist. She was called Olivia and was always kind and helpful. She knew how nervous Hannah can become once she sits in the dentist's chair. Olivia made small talk with Hannah. She asked how her day was going and how she could help her today. Hannah told her about the pain she was experiencing with her wisdom teeth. Olivia started to examine her. Olivia checked all of Hannah's teeth and told the dental nurse to make notes on the computer system. It seemed like everything was in order, except for her wisdom teeth. "You have quite a lot of swelling on your gums, Hannah. Have you been brushing your teeth too hard?" Hannah thought about it. Yes, she had. She thought if she cleaned her teeth thoroughly, then whatever was wrong with her wisdom teeth might go away. Olivia explained that Hannah had been too rough when brushing her teeth. She held up a mirror and showed Hannah her swollen gums. You need to be gentler around your wisdom teeth. They're delicate at the moment. We're going to have to do an X-ray, Hannah. I want to check that the teeth are pushing through properly. If they're coming through at an angle, you might have to have them taken out. Otherwise, they will keep causing you pain. Hannah started to feel anxious. She really didn't want to have them out. She went into the room next door to have her X-ray. It was so interesting seeing the X-ray of her teeth. She couldn't believe how long her roots were. It wasn't good news. Olivia said that Hannah should consider booking in with a surgeon to have her wisdom teeth taken out. They will cause you trouble in the long run, Hannah. I can't do the extraction here, so you'll have to book in with a specialist. Hannah started to panic. Will it be really expensive? Olivia looked up the costs on her computer. It depends if you have private health insurance. Otherwise, yes, it will be about £300, I think. You'll also need at least 3 or 4 days off work. Hannah thought about it, and, together with Olivia, they weighed up the pros and cons. In the end, she decided to let Olivia refer her for surgery. At least once they were out, she wouldn't have to worry about them anymore. In the days leading up to having her teeth taken out, Hannah realized she was making the right decision. The pain was unbearable and was really starting to affect her daily life. Finally, the day of the surgery arrived. Hannah was nervous. Her mum accompanied her to the appointment. Hannah would be put to sleep under anaesthetic for an hour while the extraction took place. Hannah's mum brought a book and made herself comfortable in the waiting room. She knew Hannah would be absolutely fine. She'd had the same surgery years ago and recovered in a few days. Hannah was put at ease instantly by the dental nurses. Before she knew it, she was awake and was 4 teeth lighter. Her face was swollen. She looked like a hamster. The surgeon gave her some painkillers and told her to come back in 4 days to check on the stitches. The surgeon gave her a little bag with the 4 wisdom teeth inside. Here, for the tooth fairy. Hannah tried to laugh, but her cheeks were too swollen. In the UK, there is a tradition that when a child's tooth falls out, they leave it under their pillow for the tooth fairy, who usually leaves them some money. I should get a decent amount for these, she managed to say. The next few days went by in a blur. Hannah spent them watching Netflix and helping her parents with the gardening. At first, she had a lot of pain, but it got better as the days went on. Her checkup with the surgeon went well. After a week or so, Hannah's toothache was a thing of the past. She no longer worried about her wisdom teeth and felt like her old self again. Did you understand all of the dentist-related vocabulary in this video? You can find a list of useful vocabulary in the description box below. We hope you enjoyed this lovely English story. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.